Second road trip of the year for the Rockies, and they are in Arizona to take on the Diamondbacks at Chase Field. Rockies, after losing their 2 games to the Rangers at home, now 6-6 on the year at the 500 mark. Diamondbacks are faring a little worse. They're 5-9, so hopefully this is a team the Rockies will try to get something going against and start a new winning streak. The pitcher for Arizona today is going to be Alex Young, lefty. In his sophomore campaign last year, had a good year as a rookie. Now 26 years old, had an ERA of 3.56 last year. You can see through 13 1/3 innings this year, it's at 2.03. Rockies have a lot of good hitters in their lineup against left-handed pitchers, so they'll try to do something about that. Charlie Blackmon will lead off this ball game as we finally have a little bit of a change in the lineup to talk about. Pick it up after the first pitch to Blackmon, which is taken for a strike. So Blackmon back in the leadoff spot. David Dahl getting a day off today. So is Trevor Story. So Chris Owings going to bat second and play short, and Sam Hilliard will bat 8th and play center field today. Otherwise, lineup is just about the same as it has been. But Blackmon moved up to the leadoff spot today. Arenado moves up. So does Murphy and McMahon. There's a ground ball foul down the first base line. It's 0-2 quickly on Blackmon as Young gets ready to deliver an 0-2 pitch. That's swung on and grounded up the middle into center field, a base hit. Leadoff single in this one for Charlie Blackmon. Back in that very comfortable leadoff position for Blackmon. That'll bring up Chris Owings now. In his return to Arizona, former Diamondback, Rockies saw a lot of him. Playing shortstop today, Trevor Story getting the day off. You can see Owings hitting .400 on the young season. First pitch is taken low. Very brief sample size for Owings, just a handful of pinch hit and at-bats that he got in there after coming in as a defensive replacement at times. Young takes a look at first base where Blackmon is now, delivers a 1-0, and it's swung on and chopped foul at the plate. Owings 0 for 1 in a pinch hit appearance in the ballgame on Wednesday. Here's a 1-1. That's swung on and missed for strike 2. Diamondbacks very active this offseason. Their big deal, of course, was signing starting pitcher Madison Bumgarner to a 5-year, $85 million deal. It's going to be weird seeing him pitch for a team that is not the San Francisco Giants, but he's sticking around in the NL West. Here comes a 1-2 pitch from Young, and it's swung on and fouled back. Also a big trade for Starling Marte, who's in the final year of a 7-year, $40.5 million deal he initially signed with Pittsburgh. There's a swing and a miss at a pitch in the dirt. Going down to second base safely is Blackmon on the wild pitch. But that is a strikeout for Young. So Owings goes down by way of the K, but the wild pitch will allow Blackmon to advance to second base. That'll bring up Nolan Arenado, who's on a 9-game hitting streak right now, hitting .381 on the year with 5 home runs, 10 runs batted in. 2 home runs in his last game at Coors Field against the Rangers. So he is off to quite a tear to start the season. The pitch is swung on and chopped weakly to third base. And that is out number 2. Let's take a look at the rest of the lineup for the Rockies today in graphical form. We saw Blackmon, Owings, Arenado batting cleanup, the first baseman Daniel Murphy. Batting 5th, the second baseman Ryan McMahon. Batting 6th in left field, it's Ian Desmond. Batting 7th, making his first start of the year, is the center fielder Sam Hilliard. Batting 8th, the catcher Drew Butera. And batting 9th, the starting pitcher today for the Rockies is Jeff Hoffman. Here's Daniel Murphy. First pitch is swung on and grounded to first base. The flip to the pitcher Young, who runs over there, takes it himself, and that'll retire the side. We go to the bottom of the first. Due up for Arizona, Tim LaCastro, Josh Rojas, and Starling Marte. Jeff Hoffman making his second start of the year. 9 innings on the year, 9 strikeouts and 2 walks, an ERA of 6. One of those appearances he's also made on the year was a relief role. He started the year as a long reliever, and it looks like he may transition back to that role when Kyle Freeland returns from the injury list, which will likely occur sometime in the next week here. Tim LaCastro leads off for Arizona.
The center fielder, Tim LaCastro.
Very fast center fielder for the Diamondbacks. First pitch is taken inside.
Ball, that's inside.
Here you can see Hilliard getting his first start of the year in center, spelling David Dahl for the day. Hilliard only one appearance on the year. That was a pinch hit single in that 15-inning game in San Diego earlier this year. It's a strike, 1-1 strike now on LaCastro as Hoffman's into his motion, gets ready to deliver, and that is taken low and away. Two-one pitch. Swung on and grounded towards short. Owings gets his first chance at short, throws across. That is out number one. So the rest of the lineup now for the Arizona Diamondbacks. So leading off the center fielder Tim LaCastro, batting second the shortstop Josh Rojas, batting third playing right field Starling Marte, batting cleanup the third baseman Eduardo Escobar, batting fifth first baseman Christian Walker, then Stephen Vogt is the catcher, Kole Calhoun in left field, also a new member of the Diamondbacks, batting eighth the second baseman Ildemaro Vargas, and then Alex Young, the starting pitcher, bats ninth. Here's Josh Rojas now. First pitch from Hoffman is taken low and away with a breaking ball. Talked about Starling Marte and the addition of him. Pirates really blowing up their team in every sense of the imagination. And 1 year left on that deal with a club option for a $12.5 million salary in 2021 if the Diamondbacks choose to exercise it. Fly ball to center field. Hilliard makes the play for out number two. So Owings and Hilliard both getting their first start to the season. And the first outs of the game go to both of them. Here is Starling Marte now. 6 stolen bases on the year so far. That's a good number. Only hitting a little bit above 200 as it looks like the Diamondbacks offense is struggling early on. There's a line drive towards right field. It's going to drop for a base hit in front of Blackman. 2-out single for Starling Marte in his first plate appearance against the Rockies in a Diamondback uniform. Kole Calhoun signing with the Diamondbacks on a 2-year, $16 million deal with a $9 million club option for 2022. Former Los Angeles Angel. Here's Eduardo Escobar now. He takes first pitch inside, and that gets away from the catcher Butera and advancing down to second base. That's going to be a passed ball as Marte takes second. Interesting to see what happened there. Hoffman takes a look at second base, gets ready to deliver a 1-2 pitch into his motion, and here it is. Check swing, and he went too far, according to the home plate umpire. Escobar the other day went 0 for 4. And the pitch is swung on and pulled foul. Diamondbacks getting a catching upgrade by signing Stephen Vogt, former Giant, former Oakland A, former Tampa Bay Ray, to a 1-year, $3 million deal with a vesting option for 2021. There's a swing and a line drive pulled foul by Escobar. David Peralta signed a 3-year, $22 million extension with the Diamondbacks. There's a 1-2, that swung on and fouled the other way. Mcgee also signing a 4-year, $32.5 million extension. He's currently on the injured list, so we won't see him in this series. Has a hamstring issue. 1-2 pitch coming, and that's taken just a bit inside. Diamondbacks also picked up Junior Guerra as a pitcher who was non-tendered by the Milwaukee Brewers at the deadline. Signed him to a 1-year, $2.65 million deal with a club option for 2021. Also signed reliever Hector Rondon to a 1-year, $3 million deal with a club option worth $4 million for 2021. So lots of moves made this offseason by Arizona. They're trying to contend. That's up and in, and ball 4. So Escobar draws the walk. They'll put a couple base runners on with 2 outs now against Hoffman. That'll bring up Christian Walker, first baseman for Arizona. So interesting moves made last offseason. Remember, the Diamondbacks elected to trade Paul Goldschmidt over to St. Louis, where he then signed an extension with the Cardinals. But Christian Walker performed very well last year. And he's their everyday first baseman now, so that didn't hurt them as much as it could have. But imagine having Goldschmidt now on this team that's gotten better and really trying to contend. Walker started his career with the Baltimore Orioles, now with the D-backs. "1-0 is taken for a strike. Home plate umpire Darryl Parker, Matthew Ross at first, Dave Lawrence at second, and Ricky Holliday, your third base umpire today. Diamondbacks owe a ton of money, a little over $20 million over the next 2 seasons overall to the Astros for Zach Greinke. Comes a 2-1 pitch from Hoffman to Walker. That's swung on and missed. Strike 2. Plenty of minor league deals for the Diamondbacks as well, bringing back a couple of familiar faces for them, Edwin Jackson and John Jay. Strike 3 called. Hoffman gets Walker on strikes, and that'll retire the side. A couple base runners on for Arizona, but that is all. We're scoreless after an inning. Ryan McMahon leads off the second inning, 8 for his last 22 at the plate. That's a .364 average over his last 6 games. McMahon hits lefties even better than righties. That's what it's been in his career. Reverse splits for the left-handed hitter. Young gets ready to deliver his first pitch to McMahon, hitting .234 on the young season. It's just a bit inside. 10 runs batted in also over the last 7 games for McMahon. That's a good couple of weeks for most guys. Here comes a 1-0 from Young. It's taken outside. Caleb Joseph, Taijuan Walker, and Steven Souza Jr. no longer members of the Diamondbacks. They were non-tendered. 2-0 is swung on and pulled foul down the right field line by McMahon. Souza went on to sign a 1-year deal with the Chicago Cubs. That swung on and pulled foul. Not quite what they wanted to get out of the career of Steven Souza Jr. here in Arizona. Dealt with quite a few injuries in a Diamondback uniform. 2-2 pitch coming to McMahon. It swung on and chopped foul at the plate. Here's a 2-2 taken low and away. Ian Desmond waiting on deck. Also, Diamondback signing Travis Snyder to a minor league deal. He's only 32. I thought he was older than that. Last played in the big leagues in 2015. You may remember him with the Pittsburgh Pirates. Swung on and pulled foul by McMahon, who continues to put together a really good plate appearance here. Alex Vila became a free agent this offseason, signed with the Twins. Adam Jones went to play overseas. It's a pitch low, and McMahon draws a leadoff walk here in the second.
That is hit. The left fielder, number 20, Ian.
Matt Andriese was traded to the Angels for Jeremy Beasley, a minor leaguer. As Ian Desmond swings and misses for strike 1. Desmond sitting on 1,441 hits across 11 seasons with the Nationals, Rangers, and Rockies. Comes an 0-1 from Young to Desmond, who hits southpaws very well. That swung on and pulled foul. Quickly 0-2 on Desmond. And Andriese, a pretty good reliever with the Diamondbacks, former member of the Rays. But he's now with the Angels as part of that trade. The swing and a ground ball hit into left field, a base hit. First 2 Rockies aboard here in the top of the second. Walk for McMahon, then a base hit for Desmond. And that'll put a couple runners on for Sam Hilliard, making his first start of the year, hitting 1,000 after that one appearance in the 15-inning game in San Diego. Got a base hit as a pinch hitter. See if he can keep that up. That would be a record if he kept hitting 1,000 the whole year. He swings and drives one to right. It's going to go foul. Hilliard wasn't waiting around there, put a charge into that one. But it went foul. Part of that Marte deal, Diamondbacks traded Brennan Malone and Leover Peguero to Pittsburgh. There's a strike at the knees, and it's quickly 0-2 on Hilliard. Diamondbacks declining club options on TJ McFarland and Wilmer Flores, so they hit the free agent market. There's a pitch outside. Flores went on to sign with the San Francisco Giants. I'm sure we'll see some of him when we go to San Francisco next. There's a swing and a foul out of play. Pat Vallejo was claimed off waivers at one point by the Diamondbacks this offseason as Hilliard swings and misses for out number one. Second strikeout of the day for Young. Vallejo, at the beginning of the offseason, was claimed off waivers by the Baltimore Orioles from the Rockies, then claimed by Arizona, then claimed by the Orioles again, so that's where he's at right now. TJ McFarland now with the Oakland Athletics, another player who was lost off waivers. There's a strike to Drew Butera. 1 for 3 with a base hit in Wednesday's ball game. There's an 0-1 now. That's taken way inside. I want to continue talking to you about that Rockies stay-at-home opener. Told you in the broadcast Wednesday that over $500,000 was raised. A pitch low, 2-1 to Butera. As last week on what would have been opening day, the Rockies and ATT Sportsnet Rocky Mountain held a telecast showing some highlights of the best innings from opening days of the past, and also raising money for food charities. $502,425 raised overall, and $102,425 came from 1,134 online donations. $300,000 was matched by the Rockies Foundation. There's a swing and a miss, and it's a strikeout. Third strikeout of the day for Young. Butera goes down by way of the K, and first two runners on, now 2 outs as Jeff Hoffman comes to the plate. And Daniel the Murphy family donating $100,000 to the food charities. That's on top of the $100,000 that Murphy had donated to minor leaguers to help minor league players and families a week ago. Hoffman, the batter, it's 0-1 on him. There's a pitch down and in, 1-1 strike on Hoffman, former member of the Toronto Blue Jays, part of the Troy Tulowitzki deal, one of the few remaining members of that deal, along with Jesus Tinoco. There's a pitch low. Two-1 pitch is swung on and missed, and now Young is a strike away from getting out of this jam that started with 2 runners on and nobody out. After McMahon and Desmond both reached to start the inning. It's taken outside, count goes full now, and Charlie Blackmon is chomping at the bit, ready to get a appearance here. So the first 2 runners reach, and then Hilliard strikes out, so does Butera. Now it's up to the pitcher, Hoffman. Here's the 3-2. Low ball 4, he walked him. Alex Young walks his opposing member.
The right fielder, number 19, Charlie Blackmon.
So Torey Lavallo, D-backs manager, looking a little worried. Blackmon swings and misses for strike 1. Blackmon sitting on 173 career home runs across parts of 9 seasons, all with these Rockies. That swung on and fouled back to the screen. Now it's quickly 0-2 on Blackmon. And that swung on and weakly hit foul. And one more opportunity now for Blackmon. That's just a bit outside, ball one. Told you also in Wednesday's broadcast about the potential discussions between Major League Baseball and the MLB Players Union about playing all their games in Arizona to start the season. Of course, far from a done deal. Patrick Saunders of the Denver Post spoke to Nolan Arenado about it. We'll pick it up after this pitch. That'll retire the side. We'll talk about Patrick Saunders' conversation with Nolan Arenado in the bottom of the second. Scoreless ball game. Stephen Vogt, catcher for the Diamondbacks, first-year catcher for the D-backs, leads off this to bottom of the second inning. Really rough start to the year for him. .074 batting average. First pitch is taken in the dirt. Though Vogt has been better, you can see 5 runs batted in over his last 10 games. There's a 1-0 from Hoffman. That's taken outside, 2-0. Yeah, we were talking about that potential deal between Major League Baseball and the Players Union. The proposed plan would require that all 30 teams play in the Phoenix area with no fans in attendance. 2-0. It's also taken low. Kole Calhoun waiting on deck. And Chase Field, home of these Diamondbacks, where we are right now, would be utilized, as well as ballparks at 10 spring training facilities. And Patrick Saunders of the Denver Post spoke to Nolan Arenado as Vogt takes a 4-pitch walk to lead off this bottom of the second. Arenado said he's eager to play games again as soon as possible, and he's hopeful this potential plan could work out. Arenado said if it's safe, he's all in. He also said he doesn't think these ideas would be thrown around if it wasn't approved or could be approved, but he wants to get back out there and play. Scott Oberg, the Rockies player representative, said that baseball is exploring many options at this time, but the number one priority is a fly ball into right field. Blackman going back, and he'll make the catch. That is out number one. Number one priority will always be the health and well-being of every single person. Let's take a look at the defense now for the Rockies. Left to right in the outfield, Desmond, Hilliard getting his first start in Blackman. Arenado and Murphy on the infield corners. At the middle of that double play combination, Chris Owings getting his first start of the year at short. McMahon at second base, and the battery is Drew Butera and Jeff Hoffman, your starting pitcher. Elias Diaz expected back in very short order, potentially tomorrow for the Rockies, after his bruised arm landed him on the injured list. Swinging a foul out of play by Ildemaro Vargas. A 1. Swung on and missed for strike 2. And that's taken low for ball 1. Also from Patrick Saunders reporting on Mark Razum and the crew at Coors Field. After a 6-month rebuild of the playing surface, it got finished in preparation for that scheduled home opener. Was not to be, though, after the coronavirus pandemic. Canceled that. Fly ball to left off the bat of Vargas. Coming in is Desmond. He'll make the catch for out number 2. Vogt led off with a 4-pitch walk, and he's in danger of being stranded at first base. Hoffman can retire. His counterpart, starting pitcher Alex Young, steps to the plate. First pitch is high, ball 1. Razum spoke to Patrick Saunders and said they started enriching the nutrients to the grass a few weeks ago and to be more aggressive and give the roots a jump start. There's a fly ball into center field. Hilliard comes in, makes the catch, and that will retire the side. We're through 2 innings now. Scoreless, Rockies offense looking to get it going in the third. Chris Owings leads off the top of the third inning. 0 for 1 on the day. First pitch from Young to Owings is taken high and away. Owings 3 for his last 6 at the plate. A lot of pinch hit appearances and defensive replacements for him. I want to continue talking about Mike Razum. There's a pitch down in to talk to Patrick Saunders of the Denver Post about the brand new playing service at Coors Field. Razum has been the head groundskeeper at Coors since October of 1994, which is 7 months before the ballpark hosted its first game. But they've got to maintain that surface now until they know when they can play again. That's just a bit high, and now it's 3-0 on Owings with Nolan Arenado waiting on deck. Razum said they rebuilt the whole field from the ground up, basically. It's a pretty substantial endeavor, he said, and fans and players might not have even noticed, but the playing surface at Coors was in need of an upgrade. There's a strike, 3-1 now on Owings. Also during the offseason, a new boiler system was installed at Coors Field. In conjunction with that project, a new heating system was installed underneath the playing field. The old system had been there for the past 25 years, ever since Coors Field was first built. It was an electric grid system. Owings takes a pitch low, and that's a leadoff walk here. That'll put a runner on for Nolan Arenado in the top of the third. Alex Young, through 2 innings, has thrown 47 pitches now. 2 hits allowed, 3 walks, and 3 strikeouts. So a lot of traffic on the bases, but Rockies have yet to break through. Here is Arenado, who grounded out his first time up in the first inning. But Razum said they now upgraded to a hydronic heating system where you pass hot water through the tubing underneath to heat the soil. Arenado takes a strike. It's a huge upgrade, he said, and it's going to save them a lot in energy consumption and be much more efficient than the old electric grid. The 0-1 pitch to Arenado. It's taken low and away. The first step for that project was they had to remove the old turf and then excavate 1.5 feet of dirt and sand from the playing surface to reach the gravel base. Arenado swings and fouls and out of play. Then they started to build it all up again. They put the heat tubing down the base surface, then built it all up with the gravel, then added 10 inches of sand above that, and then the sod lays on top of all of that. Here's, according to Saunders, exactly how big we're talking here. More than 30 miles of heating tubing was installed. So 2-2 pitch to Arenado, swung on and yanked foul. 2,700 tons of base gravel was laid down. 4,500 tons of root zone sand was spread over the gravel. 250 tons of Colorado sand and clay was installed in the infield as Arenado swings and misses. He strikes out for out number 1 here in the third. That's the 4th strikeout of the day for Young. Then 5 tons of dense clay was used to shape a new pitching mound. More than 2.66 acres of Kentucky bluegrass sod was installed for a ballpark that boasts the biggest outfield in the majors. Daniel Murphy bats, now swings and fouls one back. Throw over to first base, that'll drive Owings back. It's not going anywhere. And pitch taken low and away. Also, some more good work being done to help healthcare workers, and it was 3 NL West teams who came together to do it. The Rockies, Dodgers, and the Padres. 1-1 pitch, swung on and pulled foul. Kevin Henry of Rockspile wrote about this, how representatives of all those 3 teams came together to help San Diego area healthcare workers during the long hours they're currently enduring. And remember Bud Black, Rockies manager, former manager of the San Diego Padres for quite a while. Bud Black and his wife, who spent years as a pediatric intensive care nurse and has been a big behind-the-scenes proponent of the annual spring training trip for pediatric cancer patients from Colorado, helped out to feed the night shift of healthcare workers at Scripps Green Hospital. Two-two pitch is taken low and away to Murphy. Black and his family still live in the San Diego area. The Rockies manager has very deep ties to that region through his playing days at San Diego State and his time managing the Padres. Young gets ready to deliver a 3-2 pitch to Murphy, and it's swung on and pulled into right field, a base hit. Owings around second. He's going to take the turn, and he's into third base. Runners on the corners now with one out for the Rockies after that base hit by Murphy.
The batter, number 24, second baseman, Ryan McMahon.
That'll bring up Ryan McMahon. So it was Dodgers manager Dave Roberts and his wife with Bud Black and his wife for the Rockies, and then for the Padres, it was Hall of Fame reliever Trevor Hoffman and current Padres third baseman Manny Machado all getting in on the action to help out the healthcare workers. And Roberts actually mentioned that they might expand some efforts north, going to Los Angeles to help feed the healthcare workers there. It's a pitch low, and it's 2-0 on McMahon. 8 for his last 19 at the plate. That's a .421 average over 5 games for him. .2-0 pitch is swung on and lifted in the air towards right field. It's hooking down the line. And that'll be caught by Marte towards the corner. Tagging and scoring is Owings. And the Rockies take a 1-0 lead. That's an RBI sac fly into foul territory off the bat of McMahon, but it's enough to give the Rockies an early 1-0 lead. That'll bring up Ian Desmond. Base hit his first time up. Murphy on first base after he's singled. There's a strike. The 0-1 is swung on and grounded foul. .0-2 pitch to Desmond. Check swing, he went too far. And the throw down will get him. That will retire the side. RBI sac fly for Ryan McMahon. As the Rockies a 1-0 lead. LeCastro, Rojas, Marte due up in the bottom of the third. Tim LeCastro grounded out his first time up. 1 for 13 on the season. He leads off this bottom of the third. There's a swing and a miss for strike one. It's quickly 0-2 on LeCastro. .0-2 pitch. Check swing and a pitch low. He did not go. Andy McCullough of The Athletic spoke to members of the Los Angeles Dodgers about how they felt about the Arizona plans to potentially host games here, real games, not simulated ones, in the month of May. 1-2 pitch to LeCastro, swung on and fouled. Alex Wood said that he didn't think everyone would go for it. He said it would work out for him. He doesn't have kids. But for the players that do, there would be a bit of a concern about moving over to Arizona. 2-2 pitch coming to LeCastro is swung on and missed. Hoffman gets him on strikes. That's out number 1. Second strikeout of the day for Jeff Hoffman. Don't hassle the Hoff. Phillies pitcher Zach Wheeler also is spoken to by McCullough, whose wife Dominique is expecting their first child in July, and Wheeler said he could not be apart from them for the summer. It's a swing and a ground ball hit to short. Owings makes this play for out number 2. Rojas is retired, and that'll leave it up to Starling Marte. Base hit his first time up. McAuliffe also spoke to Chris Sale. Of course, Sale is not going to pitch in 2020 after undergoing Tommy John surgery, but he said he said he could not look at his kids just through a screen for 4 or 5 months, or for his wife. So a lot of really tough situations, having to balance playing the game you love and family. Family comes first. There's a pitch inside, 2-1 now on Marte. And Irene Dolan, wife of Nationals reliever Sean Doolittle, said on Twitter, the players might be safe in this isolation situation, but what about the hotel workers, security staff, grounds crews, media members, team traveling staffs, clubhouse attendants, janitorial workers, food service workers, and the billion other people required to make that 3.5-hour game happen every night? There's a walk to Marte.
Now batting, the third baseman.
2 outs, that'll bring up the third baseman, Eduardo Escobar. He drew a walk in the first inning. First pitch to Escobar is swung on and fouled out of play. For his part, Angels manager Joe Madden said, "I'll do anything, I'll play on the moon, I don't care. Whatever the schedule looks like, I'm good." There's a strike. Marte goes, and the throw down is not in time. Stolen base for Starling Marte. That's his 7th of the season so far. Of course, it's also a concern in Arizona with not all ballparks having roofs and being housed indoors here, like Chase Field. It gets pretty hot in Arizona in the summer. 100, 125 degrees. There's a pitch low and away. One player who spoke to McAuliffe on condition of anonymity said doubleheaders, 20 games straight in the desert in the summertime didn't sound like a good idea to them. Three-two count on Eduardo Escobar. Hoffman getting ready to deliver. This will be pitch number 51 of the day for him. That's swung on and missed. He got him on strikes. Hoffman works around the 2-out base runner. And we're through 3 innings. It's 1-0 Rockies. Jeff Hoffman has thrown a few pitches over 50 through the first 3 innings of this one. Bud Black and Steve Foster talking it over. Sam Hilliard leads off for the Rockies. Merrill Kelly and Corbin Martin both warming up in the bullpen for the Diamondbacks as Alex Young is about to throw his 67th pitch of the day, and it's taken low and away, ball 1. You see Kelly and Martin warming up in the D-backs bullpen. Jeff Hoffman Bud Black is hoping he'll give him some length today. Rockies did have a day off yesterday, so that helped, but had to go to the bullpen early in both games of those Rangers series. There's a swing and a miss. 1 ball, 1 strike on Hilliard. The next pitch will be number 69 of the day for Alex Young. 1-1. Swing and a miss for strike 2. Hilliard getting his first start of the season. Got a pinch hit single in the 15-inning game in San Diego. But struck out his first time up today in his first start. Trying to avoid that same fate now on the 1-2 pitch, and it swung on and popped up. Shortstop Rojas camping under it, and he makes the catch for out number 1. And Nick Ahmed is on the injured list with a hamstring injury, so we won't see him in this series. Not expected to keep him out for too long, just long enough for the Rockies to miss him. Drew Butera will bat now, struck out his first time up. He's 2 for 14 on the year. The Rockies are expecting Elias Diaz back potentially as soon as tomorrow. And Tony Wolters back potentially as soon as the beginning of the series in San Diego, where the Rockies go next on this road trip. First pitch outside to Drew Butera. We were talking about Major League Baseball and the MLBPA and their potential May return for Major League Baseball. league that is expected to return in May is the South Korean baseball. The Korean Baseball Organization, KBO. 2-0 coming to Butera. Swung on and grounded towards first base. Taking it himself is Walker. That's out number 2. That'll leave it up to the pitcher, Jeff Hoffman. 1-0 Rockies. But new cases of the coronavirus are pretty steadily falling in South Korea. So they're looking potentially preseason exhibition games as early as April 21, according to the Associated Press. Hoffman swings and lines one towards left center field. Going out, though, is Rojas. He'll make the catch, and that'll retire the side. 1-0 Rockies. We go to the bottom of the 4th. Christian Walker struck out his first time up. He leads off the bottom of the 4th inning. 1-0 Rockies after an RBI sac fly for Ryan McMahon a couple innings ago. It's a strike. Hoffman might have gotten the benefit of the doubt on that call. Comes an 0-1 now. And that's swung on and grounded past the diving Arenado. Shortstop Owings is there to make the play. Nice play by Owings. Off-balance throw for out number 1. Really had him positioned perfectly there. Bring up the catcher, Stephen Vogt now. Drew a walk in the 2nd inning. So yeah, Korean Baseball Organization says they expect to get started in early May. First pitch to Vogt is swung on and fouled out of play. League had been scheduled to start their regular season on March 28, but of course coronavirus coming in the way of that one. Pitch inside to Vogt. 1-1 strike. The social distancing campaign by the South Korean government is in effect until April 19th. So pitch in the dirt. Count evens at 2 on Vogt. Here's the 2-2, swung on and grounded towards third base. Arenado over towards the shortstop position. Has time to throw out Vogt, but his throw will pull Murphy off the bag. That'll be an E5 throwing error on Arenado. Had time. The throw is just a little bit wide. That'll bring up Kole Calhoun now, flied out his first time up. First pitch taken low and away. That's low, 2-0. Article in the New York Times by Tyler Kepner about Eric Jokic, who is a pitcher. Last pitch in the major leagues in 2014, 14 and a third inning sample with the Chicago Cubs. Now he's over in Korea. 2-1 pitch from Hoffman to Calhoun is swung on and grounded to third. Arenado goes to second for one, back to first, and that throw will pull Murphy off the bag. Arenado trying to make up for his error. Starts that one, but then McMahon pulls Murphy off the bag with the return throw. Attempted a 5-4-3, but could not be completed. And that'll bring up Ildemaro Vargas, flied out his first time up. The story about Jokic, he's in self-isolation right now. There's a lot of people out and about in Seoul. But in self-isolation is Jokic. is swung on and lined towards center field. That's going to drop for a base hit. Over to cut it off is Hilliard. Runners will be on first and second now for the Diamondbacks with 2 outs. So Vargas gets a hit. Jokic plays for the Heroes. The Kiwoom Heroes. First pitch to pitcher Alex Young is taken for a strike. Flied out his first time up. Pitcher is 1 for 6 on the year. Jake Brigham is also in that same building as Jokic, also having to deal with self-isolation. Government required a 14-day isolation for them. There's a pitch high and away. Swung on and fouled away again. One-two pitch, popped up, really jammed him there, and the pitcher Hoffman will make the catch, and that'll retire the side. We're through 4 innings. It's still 1-0 Rockies here in Arizona. Charlie Blackmon leads off the 5th inning, 1 for 2 base hit back in the first inning for him. Alex Young still on the hill. Next pitch will be number 75 on the day for him. And it's taken for a strike on the outer portions of the outside corner. It's in there. 0-2 the count. O2 pitch coming now from Young to Blackmon, and it's swung on and pulled foul. That's low and away. 1 ball and 2 strikes.
1-2.
The entire article from Kepner is worth reading about some players over there. It's called "In Korea, Watching Tiger King and Training for Baseball Alone" by Tyler Kepner of the New York Times. He also spoke to Chad Bell, former member of the Tigers organization. He's now pitching for the Hanwha Eagles. It's a line drive to first base. Making the catch is Walker in foul territory. So 80 pitches now, 52 have been strikes for Alex Young. A lot of players who have pitched in major league organizations now over in Korea and having to deal with self-isolation. Chris Owings walked and scored a run earlier in this game. 4 for 11 start to the year. This is his first start. There's a pitch outside, ball 1. It was back in mid-February when the pandemic hit South Korea hardest, and Bell said that he thought, well, if we were in the United States right now, we'd be playing, no problem. But now it looks like the KBO is going to be playing before the U.S. There's a pitch low, 2-1 the count. Swung on in line towards right field. Marte barely has to move, makes the catch for out number 2. And Chad Bell gave a talk to Kepner of the New York Times about the experience there. He said the teams check everybody's temperature every day when they get to the field, monitor everybody's health. Being very proactive in South Korea. Jokic said he's, watching Tiger King, trying to get into the Ozark series. Almost done with playing a Toy Story puzzle when Arenado grounds 1 foul. A 1 pitch to Arenado is swung on and grounded towards second base. Vargas up with the ball. Throws to first, and that'll retire the side. We go to the bottom of the 5th. Still 1-0 Rockies. Tim LeCastro leads off the bottom of the 5th inning. 0 for 2 on the day, strikeout and a ground out. Jeff Hoffman's still out there, though Jake Mcgee and Carlos Estevez are warming up in the Rockies bullpen. Next pitch will be number 69 of the day for Jeff Hoffman. LeCastro off to a 1 for 14 start to his season. Pitch from Hoffman is swung on and fouled out of play. Mark Fisher of the New York Post spoke to other Major League Baseball players about what they might think of that MLB-MLPPA plan to play in Arizona. There's a fly ball into center. That's going to drop for a base hit right in front of Hilliard. That's a leadoff single for LeCastro, and usually when he's on, he's running. One New York Met who Fisher spoke to said it sounds like hell to play games in Arizona with those hot days, doubleheaders, 20 straight games. Josh Rojas, the batter now for the D-backs, 0 for 2. There's a pitch low to Josh Rojas. You can see double barrel action in the Rockies bullpen, Mcgee and Estevez. That's way inside 2-0. Also quoted in that article, the New York Post, was Yankees reliever Adam Ottavino, remember him, with the Rockies, said he thinks a lot of people would go for it. He just wants to play. A lot of players saying they just want to play. Throw to first to drive back LeCastro. He's back in there. A close eye on LeCastro is Hoffman. Very good speed for LeCastro. Might be expecting him to run here. 2-0 pitch. Swung on and pulled foul. The old adage goes you can't steal first base, so they're looking for LeCastro to get on base a little bit more this season so he can utilize his speed more effectively. It's a 2-1 pitch coming to Rojas from Hoffman now. That's taken for a strike. Two-two pitch now. That's swung on and missed. He got him on strikes. That's out number 1. Big out number 1 for Hoffman. That sets up a double play combination. Let's take a look at the Topps pitch speed comparison. Jeff Hoffman has touched 96 today. Alex Young, not quite as much velocity, 90. But he's been pretty effective today, only allowing that 1 run to the Rockies. Not all about velocity. 75 pitches is where Hoffman's at now. He's going to face Starling Marte, who has a base hit, came back in the first inning, also a walk in this game. He's been on base at both of his plate appearances. Hoffman throws over to first, keeping a close eye on LeCastro still. That one's taken low. Marte 3 for 6 in his career against Hoffman. Former Pittsburgh Pirate came over to the Diamondbacks as one of their big offseason prizes in a trade this offseason. There's a pitch high, and it's 2-0. To a pitch coming now. That's swung on and popped up. First baseman Murphy into foul territory camps under it. Makes the catch for out number 2. So Major League Baseball is supposed to begin on March 26. We've been simulating it, but so they're possibly looking at May. Swinging a ground ball pulled foul by Eduardo Escobar. As for the NBA, Commissioner Adam Silver said they won't be announcing on when it will be back until May at the earliest. WNBA, It was meant to begin its season on May 15. They have also postponed. There's a pitch off the plate, 1 ball, 1 strike. No word on the National Hockey League. They were supposed to begin April 4. To end April 4, I should say, followed by the Stanley Cup playoffs. They have been postponed. NASCAR has postponed all race events through May 3. NFL has the benefit of having some time on their side. Their season's a few months away, but also they're worried about the 2020 draft, which is supposed to happen on April 23. Of course, baseball also has the right to postpone their draft by a little bit and limit the rounds. That was going to be in early June. Fly ball to center field. Hilliard's on the run. He'll get there, and that'll retire the side. 5 strong innings for Jeff Hoffman. He's held the Diamondbacks scoreless. Rockies offense looking for some insurance. They have Murphy, McMahon, and Desmond due up in the 6th.
Your attention, please. Now pitching for the
Merrill Kelly, new pitcher for the Diamondbacks. End of the day now for Alex Young. Rough start to the year for Kelly. 7 1/3 innings, 4 strikeouts, 4 walks, and he's given up a ton of hits.
leading off for the Rockies.
First batter he faces is Daniel Murphy, 1 for 2 with a base hit today. Hopefully this could get some offense going for the Rockies. First pitch from Kelly to Murphy is swung on and missed. Murphy went 3 for 5 with a home run in the ballgame on Wednesday against the Rangers in a losing cause. Want to continue our talking about the other sports leagues that have suspended play, both men's and women's professional tennis. Murphy swings and misses. He's quickly down 0-2. They've suspended their seasons until June 7. Wimbledon completely canceled. That had been scheduled to begin June 29. I believe that's the first time since World War II since Wimbledon was canceled. French Open moved. The 2 pitch is in the dirt. So a lot of changes in the sports scene. There's a ground ball hit to second base. That is Vargas. Ildemaro Vargas makes the play for out number 1.
The batter, number 24, second baseman.
That'll bring up Ryan McMahon now. And sacrifice fly, walk, and run batted in, so no official at bat for him today. Archie Bradley is now warming up in the Diamondbacks bullpen. So swinging a high fly ball to deep right field, out the bat of McMahon. Marte going back, he's looking up, and that ball is gone. Home run for Ryan McMahon, his 4th of the season. And that makes it 2-0 Rockies. 393 feet off the bat of McMahon, 100.5 mile per hour exit velocity. The struggles continue early on for Merrill Kelly. Both RBIs in this game coming off the bat of Ryan McMahon. That'll bring up Ian Desmond with 1 out now. He's 1 for 2 on the day, base hit earlier in this one. First pitch is swung on and missed, 95 mile an hour fastball by him. It's taken down and in, 1 ball, 1 strike. It's Archie Bradley and Junior Guerra. Guerra in his first year with the Diamondbacks. We mentioned him signing after being non-tendered by the Milwaukee Brewers. He's a fan favorite in Milwaukee. 1-1 is taken for a strike at the knees on Desmond. And Archie Bradley needs no introduction to Rockies fans, whose name inspires, well, I don't know what word I'm looking for. Think of something negative in the hearts of Rockies fans after that big triple in the wild card game a few years ago, the relief pitcher. Really rough game for the Rockies. 2-2 pitch to Desmond is swung on and poked towards the pitcher's mound. That'll be caught by Merrill Kelly for out number 2.
Up next for Colorado, the center fielder.
I'll leave it up to Sam Hilliard, 0 for 2 in his first start of the year. Strikeout and a pop-out, 1 for 3 on the season now after that pinch hit, base hit in the 15-inning game against San Diego earlier this season. First pitch from Kelly is taken on the outside corner for a called strike. 0-1 pitch coming now. And that's swung on and missed quickly. 0-2 on Hilliard. Ben Kuchnerkavich with Purple Row along with you for game 13, lucky number 13 of our simulated season. 0-2 pitch coming is taken down and in. I want to let you know this broadcast is not affiliated with MLB The Show, Major League Baseball, or the Colorado Rockies. Here in game 13, that was pitch number 13 from Kelly. Rockies at 6-6 on the year. Looking to go above the 500 mark with a win over the Diamondbacks today, who would fall to 5-10 with a loss, swing and a miss. And Hilliard strikes out. But Ryan McMahon hits his 4th home run of the season. And it is 2-0 Rockies going to the bottom of the 6th. Bottom of the 6th inning, 2-0 Rockies. Jeff Hoffman getting a chance to go 6. Get a quality start on the day. Christian Walker leadoff batter. He's 0 for 2, strikeout and a ground out. Hoffman holding the Diamondbacks offense scoreless through the first 5 innings of this one. First pitch to Walker is taken low and in the dirt. Walker was a 4th-round pick in the 2012 draft by the Orioles, now a member of these D-backs. And that one swung on and lined foul the other way. Hoffman just getting things going here in the starting rotation. It's his 2nd start of the year. There's a pitch down and in, 2-1 the count. It's been a very good start for him today. Kyle Freeland expected to be back within the next couple of weeks. That would move Hoffman back to a relief role. Swinging a high fly ball to center field. Going back on this one is Hilliard. This is deep at the track and looking up. And he will not make the catch. That's a home run for Christian Walker, his 2nd of the year. And that's going to cut the Rockies' lead in half. It's a 2-1 ball game. 421 feet off the bat for Walker to straightaway center field. A 104.7 mile per hour exit velocity on that one. Lots of power in the bat of Christian Walker, that's for certain. Hit off that railing up there, which does indicate a home run. That'll be the end of the day for Jeff Hoffman, but Bud Black has to be impressed with the improvements that Hoffman has made from his previous outings on the year. He is in line to win this ball game. New pitcher is going to be Jake Mcgee. 7 innings, 8 strikeouts, 2 walks. You can see lefty's still hitting him well. It's a small sample, but hasn't given up a hit to a righty yet. 1.29 ERA, 0-1 record. This is his 7th game of the year. That loss came when he gave up a walk-off single to Austin Hedges in San Diego in the first series of the year, but otherwise he's looked very good. It's good to see for Mcgee. First pitch to Stephen Vogt's taken low. But Mcgee is one of those relievers you'd really like to see have a good year with the Rockies. 3rd year of that 3-year, $27 million deal with a vesting option for next season. You can see it's 9-1 Angels over the Tigers right now. Shohei Ohtani hit 3 home runs in the ballgame today. So Angels looking to have a good year. Of course, they have Mike Trout, also have Anthony Rendon they signed in the offseason. 1-2 the count now on Stephen Vogt, lefty-on-lefty matchup. Mcgee isn't really a lefty specialist, and you can't really have lefty specialists anymore anyway, as the 3-batter minimum rule went into effect this year. Pitch high and away. Or pitchers can also pitch to the end of an inning and don't necessarily have to go to 3 batters if that is the case. Here's a 2-2 pitch, and it swung on and pulled foul. Mcgee gets ready to deliver a 2-2 pitch to Vogt, and it swung on and missed. Foul tipped into the glove of Butera for out number 1.
Now back, left fielder, Kole.
That'll bring up Kole Calhoun. First year at the Diamondbacks after some up and down years with the Angels. Left-handed batter. Lefty James Pazos is now joining the righty Carlos Estevez in the Rockies bullpen. First pitch to Calhoun is taken for a strike with a slider. 0 for 2 on the day for Calhoun. Fly out and a ground out. He's 3 for 9 on the season. Hasn't played a whole lot. Rockies looking to send the Diamondbacks to 5 games below the 500 mark and send themselves a game above the 500 mark to start this season. You can see Pazos and Estevez warming up in the Rockies' pen. It'll be the bullpen tasked with going the rest of the way in this one after 5 strong innings of work by Jeff Hoffman. 0-2 pitch coming now, and that's strike 3 called. He got him on strikes. Mcgee strikes out the first 2 lefties he faces here in the 6th. That'll bring up Ildemaro Vargas. 1 for 2 base hit back in the 4th inning for Vargas today. First pitch from Mcgee is taken down and in with a 4-seam fastball at 94 miles an hour. .0 is taken for a strike. That misses somewhere, and it's 2-1 the count. Arbitration for a lot of players and a few players in the Diamondbacks roster this year. Robbie Ray, Jake Lamb, Andrew Chafin, and Archie Bradley. We also mentioned Nick Ahmed and David Peralta agreeing to extensions to avoid their time. Archie Bradley and the Diamondbacks went to arbitration, a hearing. Bradley's going to make $4.1 million in his second year of arbitration. Mcgee walks Vargas for a 2-out base runner. With a pinch hitter, it's Kole Calhoun, one of the better players in baseball. Got an off day today, but he's in there now. First pitch strike. Story and Dahl getting the day off for the Rockies. We'll see if they might pinch hit sometime in this one. Marte, 260 to start his season. 4 runs batted in. Swinging a ground ball hit to short. Owings flips to the second baseman McMahon. That'll retire the side. See. Not Ketel Marte. That was Christian Walker who hit that home run. And that puts the Diamondbacks on the board. It's 2-1 Rockies after 6.
Your attention, please.
Oh boy. Archie Bradley takes over on the mound for the Diamondbacks. Only 2/3 of an inning so far in the year. 2 strikeouts. And the 2 batters he's faced also has given up a hit to a left-handed batter. First batter he faces today is Drew Butera, 0 for 2 in this one. And again, we mentioned before the break, Archie Bradley and the Diamondbacks going to an arbitration hearing. The judge sided with Bradley to give him that $4.1 million salary. Pitch inside to Butera. Bradley still throws with high velocity, 98-mile-per-hour fastball there. It's 2-0 now on Butera. Bradley into his motion, the windup, and the 2-0 pitch is outside. 3-0 now. Jake Mcgee, the pitcher's spot, waiting on deck. We will likely see a pinch hitter. We'll see if it's Story or Dahl, or perhaps Hampson, or Raimel Tapia. There's a strike. 3-1 now. Bradley gets the sign he likes from Vogt into his motion. The windup and the 3-1 pitch is taken just a bit high. Ball 4, leadoff walk to Drew Butera. We'll see who is going to take the next plate appearance for the Rockies.
The pitcher, Jake Mcgee. Ladies and gentlemen.
And David Dahl is out of the dugout. He's going to get the pinch hit appearance. See, 200 on the year, though. He has been a lot better, especially in that homestand against the Rangers. Back-to-back multi-hit games, a 4-hit game on Wednesday as that pitch gets away, and down to second base is Butera on the wild pitch. Butera does not run well, but that got far enough away for him to take a gamble, so he's in scoring position now with nobody out for David Dahl. 4 hits in Wednesday's game for David Dahl. It's been a steady climb. Really, just a few games ago, that batting average was under the 100 mark. There's a strike. Now it's at 200. Dahl was really driving the ball the opposite way with authority in that game Wednesday. That's hit in the air to center. Coming in is LeCastro. He makes the catch. That's out number 1.
The right fielder, number 19, Charlie Blackman.
That'll bring up Charlie Blackman now. One for 3, base hit back in the first inning.
Now batter, the shortstop, Chris.
I'll bring up Chris Owings. Walk and a run scored, otherwise 0 for 2 on the day, 4 for 12 on the season. And that swung on and missed for strike 1. A 1 pitch is taken outside. 1 ball and 1 strike. There's the 1-1 now. That's taken outside.
Outside, that's a ball.
And that's outside. 3 balls into strike with Nolan Arenado waiting on deck. Strike on the outside corner. Owings was ready to take the trip down to first base. He'll be called back, and the count is full now. 3-2 to Owings, down and in, ball 4. He walked, and that's going to load the bases with 1 out for Nolan Arenado.
Now batting, third baseman, Nolan Arenado.
Arenado 0 for 3 on the day. That's taken high and away, ball 1. One-0 is down and in. 2 balls, no strikes. Swung on and lifted in the air to center. This one's hit well. Going back on it is LeCastro at the track. He makes the catch. Butera will tag and he will score. It's 3-1 Rockies on the RBI sac fly for Nolan Arenado, and there are 2 outs.
Now batting, the first baseman, Daniel Murphy.
I'll bring up Daniel Murphy now. 1 for 3, base hit in the 3rd inning in this one. He swings and lines one in the air to center. LeCastro going back, and he'll make the catch. That'll retire the side. 7th inning stretch now. It's 3-1 Rockies after the sac fly by Nolan Arenado.
It's time for the traditional 7th inning stretch.
Take me out to the ball game. Take me out with the crowd. Buy me some peanuts and cracker jack. I don't care if I never get back. Let me root for the home team. If they don't win, it's a shame. For it's 1, 2, 3 strikes, you're out at the old ball game.
Your attention, please.
Carlos Estevez takes over on the hill for the Rockies here.
54. Carlos.
3.68 ERA on the season, 9 strikeouts and 3 walks in 7 1/3 innings pitched.
Leading off.
Tim LeCastro leads off 1 for 3, got a base hit in the 5th inning. First pitch is taken high and away with a 99-mile-an-hour fastball. 1-0 is high and away. 2-0. Here's the 2-0. That's taken for a strike at the 99-mile-an-hour fastball. Torey Lovullo hoping to get a couple of runs of offense from his Diamondbacks batters in the rest of this one. Rockies trying to get their bullpen to save this one for them. Swung on and missed. Swing and a miss. He got him on strikes. That's out number 1.
Now batting, shortstop, Rojas.
That'll bring up Josh Rojas. 3-1 Rockies. Estevez gets the first out here in the 7th. There's a strike. And a swing and a miss, really flailing at that one was Rojas. It's now 0-2 on him. And that one's high, 1 ball and 2 strikes. One-two pitch coming now to Rojas from Estevez. That swung on and missed. He got him on strikes. Really good inning there for Estevez. Second strikeout of it.
Now batting, right fielder, Darling.
Second strikeout of the inning for Estevez. Wade Davis and Jairo Diaz both warming up in the Rockies bullpen. So a check swing and a strike on Starling Marte. 1 for 2, base hit in the first inning, also has a walk in this one. Swung on and chopped, foul down the third base line. Here's the 0-2. That's taken. Strike 3 called. He got him on the outside corner. Carlos Estevez strikes out the side in the 7th. We go to the 8th. 3-1 Rockies.
Your attention, please.
Hector Rondon, newest member of the Diamondbacks, takes over here in the 8th inning. 1 inning on the year. You can see that ERA is 9. He did strike out the side in that inning. Ryan McMahon, the first batter he will face. Home run, sac fly, and walk today for McMahon. McMahon came back in the 6th inning. So a solo home run, a sac fly for McMahon, and a sac fly for Arenado, the Rockies offense today. There's a pitch inside. 37,858 in attendance here on a Friday in Phoenix. One-0 pitch is taken low. And here's your 2-0 delivery. That one's taken outside with a 99-mile-an-hour fastball. 3-0 now on McMahon with Desmond waiting on deck. Rondon, former member of the Houston Astros bullpen. Here's a 3-0 now. That's taken inside, ball 4. A leadoff walk on 4 pitches to McMahon. McMahon on base all 3 plate appearances he's had today. Aside from the sac fly, 2 walks and a homer. That'll bring up Ian Desmond. Desmond 1 for 3. He had a base hit in the 2nd inning of this one. Pitch is taken inside, ball 1. Desmond yet to have a hit in his career, 0 for 7 off Rondon. Maybe 8th time is the charm, as it's Yohan Lopez joining Junior Guerra in the D-backs pen. The snake pen. 1-0 pitch coming from Rondon to Desmond. That's taken for a strike with a 98-mile-an-hour fastball. Here's the 1-1. That's chopped towards first base, going to second for 1, back to first, not in time. Walker tries to start that one, gets a force out at second base. Not in time to get Desmond, who still runs fairly well, heading into his mid-30s. That'll bring up Sam Hilliard looking for his first hit of the day. 1 hit and 4 at-bats on the season. 0 for 3 in this one. First start of the year for Hilliard. First pitch is taken just a bit outside. Desmond on first base. He's there with 1 out after grounding into the force out. McMahon led off this inning with a walk. He's forced out at second base. There's a pitch low, 2-0 now to Hilliard.
2 balls, no strikes.
2-0 pitch is way inside, 3-0. Drew Butero waiting on deck. And a pinch hitter for the pitcher's spot if we get that far. 3-0 coming now. That's taken outside for ball 4. A 4-pitch walk to Hilliard. That's how McMahon started off this inning. That'll bring up Drew Butera. Walk and a run scored in this one. Scored on the sac fly by Arenado. 2 for 15 on the year for Butera. First pitch is a strike. So Rondon was all over the place. 4-pitch walks to a couple of batters, and the others he's just throwing some strikes. There's an 0-1 now. That's taken outside. Slider away. Torey Lovello, manager for the Diamondbacks. 4th-year manager for them, laying down the signs. 1-1 pitch coming, and that's swung on and missed for strike 2.
1-2.
Here's the 1-2 pitch, swing on, and lined foul by Butera. He'll stay alive in this one. Here's the 1-2. Swing and a miss. He got him on strikes. That's out number 2, and that'll leave it up to whoever the pinch hitter will be now. Let's look at our starter comparison today. Both Hoffman and Young going 5 innings. 1 earned run for both, 4 hits allowed for Hoffman to 3 for Young, both with 3 walks, 5 strikeouts for Young, and 4 for Hoffman. And Raimel Tapia will be the pinch hitter, so it looks like Story will get the entire day off. Raimel Tapia, pinch hitter, .222 on the season. First pitch is swung on and grounded to third. Escobar will throw to second for the force, and that'll retire the side. It remains 3-1 Rockies as we go to the bottom of the 8th in Arizona.
Your attention, please.
Scott Oberg on in the 8th. 3-1 Rockies. 4 innings on the year for Oberg. 6 strikeouts, 3 walks. This is his 5th game of the year. He's done pretty well for himself. Maybe a couple too many walks, but it's early, and they have not come back to hurt him. And otherwise, he's pitched well, striking out a good number of batters, not giving up any hard contact. Eduardo Escobar drew a walk in the first inning, otherwise he's 0 for 2. Third baseman for the D-backs. First pitch from Oberg is check swing and a pitch low. Escobar 0 for 7 in his career against Oberg, 3 strikeouts. Oberg had his number. And here's a 1-0. That's taken low and away, 2-0. 93-mile-an-hour fastball from Oberg. Setup man for the Rockies. 2-0 pitch is taken right down the pipe for a called strike. And this 2-1 is swung on and missed for strike 2. That's low and the count goes full. Christian Walker waiting on deck. And this 3-2 is swung on and cued towards third base. Arenado shifted that way. He throws to first, and that's out number 1. That'll bring up Christian Walker. 1 for 3 is responsible for the 1 run on the board for the Diamondbacks with a solo home run. That ended Jeff Hoffman's day. First pitch from Oberg is taken low with a slider. That swung on and missed. 1 ball, 1 strike. That swung on and missed. 1-2 the count now on Walker. One-two pitch, check swing, appeal to first base, and he did not go. Swung on and hit down the left field line, hooking and foul. Swung on and fouled out of play. We'll do it again. Swung on and chopped foul. Just staying alive is Walker. swung on and lifted in the air towards center field. Hilliard on the run. He'll get there and make the catch for out number 2.
Now batting, catcher, Steven.
I'll leave it up to Stephen Vogt here in the bottom of the 8th. He had a walk in the 4th inning, 2 for 29 start to his season. Not quite what the Diamondbacks were expecting when they signed him to be their primary catcher this year. First pitch is taken outside. Here's this 1-0, and it's swung on and fouled out of play. Diamondbacks also have Carson Kelly on their roster, a really highly touted prospect. Came over in a trade with from the St. Louis Cardinals. One pitch coming now to Vogt, and it's taken inside 2-1. Swung on and chopped foul at the plate. And we'll have another 2-2 pitch coming to Vogt. Former Oakland Athletic catcher. Sometimes played some corner outfield and infield for them as well. Very versatile. 2-2 pitch coming. And that strike 3 called. He got him on strikes. And that will retire the side. 3-1 Rockies trying for some insurance in the 9th inning.
Now pitching for the Diamondbacks, number 4.
Junior Guerra takes over for the Diamondbacks here in the 9th. 4 2/3 innings on the year. You can see a bit of an unsightly ERA. It's still very early. Former Milwaukee Brewer non-tendered this offseason and then signed on with Arizona. I guarantee you they weren't the only team looking for his services, though. There's a swing and miss by Blackman, who leads off. Blackman a hit in 5 at-bats against the former Brewer. And that one's down and in. 1 ball, 1 strike. Blackman 1 for 3 in this game. One coming to Blackman, and it's swung on and fouled out of play. One-two pitch is swung on and lifted in the air towards left center field. On the run is Locastro. He will get there to make the catch for out number 1. Marlins beat the Braves today, 7-6, but Marcelo Zuna, first year with the Atlanta Braves, hit a couple home runs today. Chris Owings, the batter now for the Rockies. This will be his 4th plate appearance of the day. 5th plate appearance of the day. He has 2 walks in this one. Rockies have had a lot of base runners, only have been able to push across 3 runs. They lead it 3-1. Just a couple more runs than the Diamondbacks have. First pitch to Owings is taken for a strike. Owings making his return to Arizona. Double barrel action in the Diamondbacks bullpen. It's the righty Yohan Lopez now joined by the lefty Andrew Chafin. That's swung on and grounded towards first base. Walker will take it himself. That's out number 2. And that'll leave it up to Nolan Arenado. 0 for 3 in this one, so in jeopardy of losing a hitting streak. Still hitting .356, though, has an RBI sac fly in this game. First pitch is swung on and fouled the other way. Arenado 1 hit in 5 at-bats in his brief career against Guerra. So 1 is swung on and lined towards deep left field. Going back is Calhoun, and it's over his head off the wall. Locastro around to play it, and into second base is Arenado. We'll see if that's a double. And it will be. Arenado continues that hitting streak at 10 games now. Took until the 9th inning to continue it. Let's see, Calhoun did his best, but Arenado put a charge into that one. He's on second base now with 2 outs for Daniel Murphy, 1 for 4 in this game. That pitch is a strike on the outside corner. Here's the 0-1. That's swung on and missed. Quickly 0-2 on Murphy. And here's an 0-2. That's swung on and fouled the other way. Murphy stays alive. And this 0-2 is taken low.
1-2.
That swung on and grounded up the middle into center field, a base hit. Arenado's going to be waved around third. Here comes the throw to the plate by Luke Castro. It's cut off, and on his way to second base, Murphy is out, but the run will score. It is 4-1 Rockies, giving them some insurance going into the bottom of the 9th.
Ladies and gentlemen, your attention.
Wade Davison to save this one. 5 1/3 innings, 5 strikeouts, no walks.
Wade Davis.
See, strikeout and walk numbers are pretty good. He's given up his fair share of hits, though, early in this one. Did look good in his last save. Also just got in there to get some work in on Wednesday. Pitched a 1-2-3 inning. There's a strike. Just a couple of rocky outings to start Davis's year, but hopefully that's all. Kole Calhoun 0 for 3 on the day, 3 for 10 on the season. This 0-1 is swung on and pulled foul. Quickly 0-2 on Calhoun. Cubs beat the Cardinals 10-7 today. Anthony Rizzo hit a couple home runs. And this 0-2 is a check swing into pitch low, appeal to third base, and Calhoun held up. That's ball 1. One-two pitch, swung on and lifted in the air towards center field and hit well. Hilliard going back on this one. He's at the track. He's going to have to play it off the wall. Cruising into second base with a leadoff double is Kole Calhoun here in the bottom of the 9th off Wade Davis. Second double of the year for Calhoun. That'll bring up Ildemaro Vargas. One for 2, base hit in the 4th inning for Vargas. First pitch is outside.
1-0.
And this 1-0 is low. Called a strike at the bottom of the zone. 1 ball, 1 strike. That one's high. 2-1 the count. That one swung on and hit fair down the left field line, headed towards the corner. It's going to get Calhoun home. RBI double for Ildemaro Vargas, and it's a 4-2 ball game. First double of the year for Vargas. That's going to bring the tying run to the plate. We'll have a pinch hitter. That's going to be David Peralta. We mentioned he signed that extension with the Diamondbacks this offseason. So he represents the potential tying run in this one. Peralta off to a really good start to the year, hitting .439. A brief sample. First pitch is swung on and fouled at the plate. That's high and away, 1 ball, 1 strike. Low and away, 2-1 the count. Swung on and grounded towards short. Owings is going to have a long throw and not in time. It's an infield single for David Peralta. That'll bring the potential winning run to the plate now. Tying run on base. It's Tim LaCastro, the batter. Castro 1 for 4, has a base hit in this one. First pitch way inside, ball 1, almost hit him. Castro, it's not a huge sample, but he's gotten a hit every time runners have been in scoring position. With a plate appearance for him. Showing bunt, and it's popped up and foul to the screen. 1 ball, 1 strike now. (1-1), still showing bunt. That's inside and hit him. Bases are loaded with nobody out now. Winning run is on base. Bases loaded. Josh Rojas will be the batter. 4-2 Rockies. Rojas 0 for 4, 4 for 25 on the season. That's only a 160 batting average. So if you're the Rockies, this is the guy you want at the plate right now, given how things have gone. But you could also make the argument that he's due for a hit. First pitch from Davis is taken low. (1-0). Down and in, 2-0. Wade Davis really struggling here in the bottom of the 9th. Nobody out, bases loaded for the Diamondbacks. It's 4-2 Rockies. Got that insurance in the top of the 9th. That's outside, 3 balls and no strikes, and no place to put Josh Rojas. Starling Marte waiting on deck. This 3-0 is outside, ball 4. He walked in a run. 4-3 ball game. And Starling Marte will come to the plate. Bases loaded, nobody out. 4 pitches, none of them close from Davis. Rojas draws the bases loaded walk. He was hitting 160 on the year, and Jairo Diaz will be tasked with trying to pull off a Houdini act. 4 2/3 innings, 4 strikeouts and 2 walks. Really rough day for Wade Davis. Bases still loaded with nobody out. What a situation to come into if you're Jairo Diaz. As as Baxter, the Bobcat, tries to get the Diamondbacks fans excited. They have a lot to be excited about. This is quite a scoring opportunity for them. Nobody out, bases loaded, bottom of the ninth. Already 2 runs across against Wade Davis. Starling Marte, the batter, he's 1 for 3 today. He swings and drives one to left. Going back on this one is Desmond at the track. He will make the catch. This game is tied at 4. It's Peralta, the freight train, who comes across to score. James Pazos now up in the Rockies bullpen. If there were to be a 10th, he'd probably get it. Eduardo Escobar, the batter, he's 0 for 3. Winning run on third base with 1 out. Rockies took a 4-2 lead into this bottom of the ninth. Wade Davis really struggled, and now this game is tied. And Jairo Diaz tasked with just trying to keep it tied. First pitch to Escobar is taken outside, ball 1. There's Pazos warming up in the bullpen if this game could head to extras. Here's a 1-0. Pitch out. And nothing's going. It's 2-0. Can't imagine you'd have any base runners in motion here in such a vital moment in this game where the Diamondbacks are 90 feet away and with only 1 out from winning this game. Pitch from Diaz to Escobar is outside, 3 balls and no strikes. Christian Walker waiting on deck. He homered earlier in this one. 3-0 is a strike. Heading into the ninth, that home run from Walker was the only run of the game. 3 runs across to tie this one for the Diamondbacks in the bottom of the ninth. Here's a 3-1. Swung on and lifted in the air to center. Going back on this one is Hilliard, and this is going to be your ball game. That's over his head. Diamondbacks win it. Eduardo Escobar with a walk-off, and it was 4-1 Rockies heading into the bottom of the ninth. Diamondbacks push across 4 unanswered runs, and they walk off this one. Wade Davis had some real trouble to start this one. Walked in a run, and that was a disastrous bottom of the ninth inning for the Rockies. Rockies fall to now a game below the 500 mark, headed into the ninth inning looking to just get 3 outs. They were up 3 runs. Ildemaro Vargas will be the player of the game. (5-4) Diamondbacks, your final. They walk it off in the bottom of the ninth. And Ildemaro Vargas getting player of the game honors. Really got things going here in the bottom of the ninth with that double towards the left field corner. And it ends up being Eduardo Escobar to drive home the winning run. But Vargas, your game winner, 2 hits and 3 at-bats. 1 run batted in, 1 run scored on the day. Diamondbacks really getting the entire offense to pull together there in the bottom of the ninth. Wade Davis gets the loss. He's now 0-1. Junior Guerra, who gave up a run in the ninth inning, gets the win. He's 1-0 now. 4 runs on 6 hits and an error for the Rockies. 5 runs on 8 hits, no errors for the Diamondbacks. 4 of those runs coming in the bottom of the ninth. Wade Davis doesn't retire a single batter, gives up 4 earned runs, walks a batter, allows 3 hits. Ryan McMahon on base with 2 walks and a home run and also a sac fly in this game. Arenado extends his hitting streak to 10 games. Daniel Murphy 2 for 5 with an RBI. Ildemaro Vargas goes 2 for 3 with a double, run batted in, run scored. Christian Walker 1 for 3 with a home run. Starling Marte 1 for 3 with an RBI, and Kole Calhoun 1 for 4 with a double and a run scored. We will look for better results in tomorrow's ball game.